Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dice Roll, the Queerest Pathfinder Podcast on the planet, where it's the hard questions like, what would you do if the big bad was dating your mom?
No hesitation, I'd kill him. I'm sorry, is this like a question? My mom deserves better.
Okay. What if the
fair.
Ritz, what if the big bad were dating your dad?
I'd kill him. I don't
Okay.
think he deserves better, but I'm just killing him.
Yeah, but then your dad would be like, Ritz the first shits, what are you doing?
Has that ever
I would
stopped
do it.
Ritz?
No, it never has. I would say...
Okay, put it this way. There was more context to this, right?
Okay, well, give it to me.
So the context of the full question was, if you were like at a wedding and your single parent showed up with the big bad, what do? So you're in a social setting and the truth bomb is dropped on you. The big bad is fucking your mom. Or at least close enough with her romantically to take her to a wedding. Like as a guest,
like
but
that.
still. You don't like that? That's too
I
bad,
don't like
Ritz. It's her
that.
choice.
Okay, well...
This is crazy.
She's
she
a grown
doesn't get
woman.
a choice.
She's a grown woman. She can make her own decisions.
Not ones like that.
That's what I'm
What?
saying.
Now, how is that fair? She's been alive on this earth for years more than
Clearly,
she's wise.
I have history with the big bad.
Okay.
Clearly, I know him better than my mother would.
She disagrees. She thinks that she...
Well, she's fucking wrong.
Well, that's your opinion.
It's not my opinion. I'm factually correct.
No, you don't know him like she does. Okay? Barzillai
I'm sure
Troon...
that's what she.
Barzillai
Don't you
Throne!
fucking dare imply that any of our fucking mothers would date Barzillai Throne. Are you
the
kidding
Whispering
me?
Tyrant, Tarbafoam. He's a... Listen, you may think you know him, but he's a really mature and funny guy, and he's successful at his work, okay?
This shit pissed me off.
The thing is, my mom is a very no bullshit kind of person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So are you... Would she whip him into shape?
With him.
Okay.
I
so-
don't know about that. But I know my mom for a fact probably wouldn't take it and would likely dump the motherfucker. The
So
second she
you're-
finds out
you're-
anything.
Okay, you're betting on the fact that your mom's dating the Whispering Tyrant. And
Jesus Christ.
she's like, okay, in this scenario, your mom is dating the Whispering Tyrant.
Oh god.
And she's like,
So dumb.
she's like, hey, look, this guy's fine. He's great. But if he mistreats me, don't worry, I'm leaving him. And then like a month later, they're still together. What are you doing in that situation? And she's like telling you, no, it's fine. Things are great, you know? We have a healthy relationship. Our work-life balance is fine, you know? He takes me to dinner. Everything's fine. But he's still the Lich King of Ustalav and the Lord of the Gallows Spires.
That's
an
when I
army
take
of
matters
undead.
into my own hands.
So you're taking the agency from your mother. Wow. Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna think that my mom don't know what I do anyway.
Okay.
So,
So we're both leading secret double lives.
yeah.
Okay. Go.
That's kind of what I've been thinking this entire scenario was anyway.
Yes,
We're
that's
all
fair. I like that.
vigilantes,
Yes.
I guess. So, if that is the case, I will take matters into my own hands.
Okay. What do you do if he asks you to call him father?
I kill him right then and there.
What if you do if he starts trying to bond with you, being like, look, sport, I know we have our differences, but I think we could get on pretty well. I've got tickets to the game.
That's where I start asking, were you the one responsible for my father's death, you motherfucker?
That's crazy.
Hey, real fast, why did we just pitch the best light novel ever?
That's
This is
real as
Galarian's
fuck.
new hit sitcom.
Yeah, the new Galarian hit play, The Big Bad's Dating My Mother? Question mark?
So stupid.
So dumb.
Dave, do you have any thoughts what you would do in this situation?
I fear I don't like my mother.
there like, fuck her?
No, I
Fucker.
just don't care what she wants. If there's a bad guy, I'm gonna deal with it.
Okay, cool. For me, I'd brainwash him.
Yeah?
He's in the family now. You know,
Is that your
at
decision?
you know what? At dinner, we're serving him some crepes, and I'm like, so,
Uh-huh.
Tarby, you know, I'm having a great time being alive. A life is great. I like how it is finite and doesn't last forever. And he's like, you know, he's not allowed to get mad at me because then he'd be getting mad at his girlfriend's child, and she's obviously not going to take that. So this is where I start like basically lacing him with little pieces of propaganda until eventually he either breaks or leaves my mom. That's it. There's no joke. I've thought about this. I'm prepped. I know it's going to happen one day, and unlike you people, I'm ready for it because I've made plans.
This is the most
That's
Gemini
crazy.
answer I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Have you been listening to Kendrick?
Dude.
I've got plans is crazy.
I have been listening to Kendrick is the worst. Okay.
It's insane.
In your
Okay.
TikTok DMs, I told you he was a Gemini.
would we like to play some fucking Pathfinder?
Sure, man.
Okay. Recap. Let's go.
God.
When we last left our adventurers in the Abomination vaults, the Fogfen Few, Dromai, and Borbo faced off against a group of mummies. These gnomes, calling themselves the Children of Belcorra, were bog mummies, seemingly the guardians of several caged creatures around the swampy level that you find yourselves on. After exploring a bit, you took one of their boats and sailed through the brackish green waters, making your way to the south. As you walk through these half-natural caves, half-artificial tunnels, you began to notice the air growing cold and the hairs on the back of your arms standing up. Moments later, you were attacked by none other than Lady Belcorra Harovex, the final boss of our dungeon. The ghost rose from below, demanded that you leave the dungeon at once, and in a single spell, almost killed all three of you before leaving. She now expects that upon your first opportunity to leave, that you will do so. And if you do not, then she will be back. Still trapped underground after the elevator collapsed, Ulrich, Silk, and Fiore now huddled together in Ulrich's cozy cabin, knowing that this is not the last they have seen of the mad sorceress who rules this dungeon. And indeed, next time she won't pull any punches. So fellas, what on earth do we do?
Let's give up.
Let's give up. It's
Let's
over.
leave.
So, let's set the scene, shall we?
Sure.
Ulrich's cozy cabin is decent. It is a comfortable abode, more comfortable than sleeping in sleeping bags on the dungeon floor. You have a door you can lock, windows you can shut, but it is still quite cramped. And as the morning comes, or what you approximate to be morning, you see that you are still trapped in this claustrophobic, cramped dungeon. The same room where, just 8 hours before, Belcorra Harovex herself assaulted your minds. As the three of you do your daily preparations together, ready to continue seeking out the rest of this dungeon floor, you all have a lot on your minds. You found recently that Belcorra's plans, if accomplished, would summon an army of immensely powerful undead to siege Absalom. You also know that while you have delayed her plans at every turn, so long as the ghost exists, she cannot be fully stopped. And unfortunately, you assume that unlike most ghosts, you're not going to be able to put her to rest, because the only thing keeping her here is the fact that Absalom has not yet been destroyed. with your options limited and your first day spent underground here with no escape, there is a lot on all of your shoulders. So I want to ask this morning how everyone is doing.
Good question. Moods are dire.
Yeah, makes sense, right?
Yeah. I know that Silk is in a fucking absolute shit mood.
Yeah?
It's not like only just the Belcorra thing. He's upset. He does not like being under here. It's bad nightmare situation. He is very upset.
How about Fiore? How are you doing?
I think Fiore is like I think he's stressed, but I think Fiore's always been pretty optimistic, so it's just like, oh god, we have to figure out what to do. I think he was frazzled by the vision, but he's like, it's a spell. He knows that it's a spell, and he's read about said spell because he has gone to school, and I think that they would have taught him about spells even if he didn't want to learn. So he's like, it's not real, and it's not gonna happen because I won't let it happen because I'm Fiore. And that's kind of how he's vibing with it.
How about Ulrich?
I think the combination of Belcorra appearing, nearly dying, and the curse.
You are still cursed, huh?
For the week. The curse got him at the beginning of the week.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a day.
Yep.
He has nearly died twice now?
In fact, with your curse, actually, I think it's more than 8 hours you have to stay in bed.
12. It's 12. Or else
Yeah,
I'm
you gotta stay in
exhausted.
bed for 12 whole hours, dude.
Yeah.
That's less than ideal, to be
Yeah.
frank. So, morning has come. I might need you guys for the first time ever to start tracking your rations.
Oh, yay.
Because
My favorite part of TTRPG.
well, you have only so much food before you need to start, finding new stuff, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are all going to need to eat today one of your rations. So you're going to need to discard one of those, please.
All right.
What are you guys doing this morning? Because you all have different ways that you prepare for the day, your daily preparations. Silk, you need to study your spell book. You probably have Borbo helping you.
Yeah.
Ulrich, you're probably either like playing music and practicing, or maybe like going around checking out some of the grass nearby, or considering your bard stuff, you may even just be reading stories of other adventurers. And Fiora, you're probably praying, although not much sunlight to pray to down here.
Yeah, that's stressing him out, but he can manage, I feel. He's a bit stressed, though.
So, I guess my question, what are you doing? Give me a morning scene.
Silk is definitely, he's going through his spellbook. I don't know that he starts any conversation. I think that this is like the pissiest you've seen Silk in a good while. This sucks. This fucking sucks, dude. Borbo's like on his hat, and he's like biting his fucking thumb. Not sitting on the floor, but like sitting somewhere.
Yeah, there's a chair. They come with the cottage.
Yeah, he's sitting in a chair.
I will say, Dromai is sound asleep, snoring a little bit. And Borbo looks over and goes, being stuck with her is making this all the more difficult.
If you're going to complain, go elsewhere, Borbo.
Why did we have to bring her? She could just come down afterwards. Now we have another person we have to look out for and make sure she does not get eaten by spies or worms or whatever.
Yes, I'm sure it's such a drag on you, Borbo, to take care of another person.
Yes.
Darling, I love you. You contribute nothing to our safety.
Well, no.
What do you do?
I helped turn pages for your book.
Fiora is trying to pray, but he's giggling.
If you make nice with Dromai, I promise I will get you whatever you want when we get back to the surface.
He goes very quiet.
And you promise this?
I do. I love you very much, but you're getting on my nerves every time you're mean to Dromai.
Well, it's not my fault. She's so annoying and loud and pretty, and it makes me angry.
Whoa.
What was the last part?
Annoying.
Ulrich turns from his alchemy set.
What did I say? I said annoying.
You said pretty.
Borbo's fucking goes very stiff and then loosens up, then he fucking gnashes his teeth and says,
No! I said annoying. You're putting words into Borbo's mouth.
Borbo, my nerves.
Yes, Master Seal, your nerves are so fragile. You have told me this many times.
He grabs Borbo off of his hat, squeezes him.
But they
Darling,
are!
I think I've told you before, I'm trying to prepare my spells. Go bother someone else.
Okay.
he says, and he goes over to Ulrich and he's like,
What are you doing? What is that? Why are you using the red one? Use the blue one. What happens if you use the blue one?
Bobo, if I use the blue one, it's going to be a completely different, probably explosive reaction.
With flowers? That happens with flowers?
It can.
Mein Gott.
Welcome to alchemy,
This fucker.
where you can make poisons more poisonous, or you can make things that don't explode.
Well, goblins do love fire.
I am trying to make us healing potions, Bobo.
Mm.
I am an herbalist. I do not need alchemist's fire. Thank you.
So eventually, you guys get through your day. When Dromai does wake up, Borbo very meekly introduces himself, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And there's like, he's grouchy about it.
No, I'm sure he is.
Yeah, real grouchy. But at the very least, he's now interacting with Dromai. Speaking of whom, Dromai eventually comes up to you guys and says, "So what's the plan today? Are we gonna see that scary ghost lady again today?"
Hopefully not.
Gods, no, I hope not.
Okay, good. Because personally, I didn't like that.
I don't think any of us did.
Okay, good. I was just making sure because I didn't know if you did or not.
No, we're not fans.
Okay, that's good. So, what now?
We do our best to get either back up or to finish up what we came down here to do in the first place.
We should basically keep exploring. The more we explore, the closer we'll be to a way out.
Please.
So which way will we go? She looks, because outside the cottage, there is the way you came, because there were more doors you had not explored that way, or to the other side of the room on the east, there is a door you have not gone through yet.
Well, we could keep going the way that we were, and he's pointing towards the doors that they haven't gone through yet.
But what if there's not much on the other side?
We could say that about anything.
Oh, this is hard.
Well, the more ground we cover, the better, so I guess we can look through and see where we haven't gone.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, as you get up and Ulrich, you dispel the cozy cabin, you are now back in the dungeon, and the door waits for you. And before anything else, it's been a minute, guys. Can I ask what your exploration activities are?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I think I have a feat that helps me do a certain thing better. I think it's seeking, is it? Let me see.
Seeking is the thing you are notoriously really good at, where you look for, hidden shit. I basically will privately roll perception for you just to see what's up.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
in case you notice anything.
yeah, I got that. Develop sensory response.
Develop sensory response. You've learned to adapt your other senses when your main senses have been shut down due to consistent exposure in your travels. You attempt to seek using your survival instead of your perception, and your vague senses are treated as imprecise senses for the purposes of your check. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if it were pitch dark, you would literally be able to use your sense of smell and hearing. You're also using your survival instead of your perception, unless your perception is higher. Your perception is plus 18. Your survival is plus 17.
Oh,
So-
my perception is plus 16 for me.
Oh, that's for initiative. You're right.
Yeah,
Your survival
haven't-
is
yeah.
better.
Mm-hmm.
So you will be seeking using your survival. Very nice. So Ulrich, as you start looking around, you also kind of occasionally sniff the air just to see if you're smelling mildew or mold where it shouldn't be, and your ears keep twitching as they listen for drops of water behind walls. Very, very, very cool. Fiore and Silk, what are you two doing?
Detect magic would be good with a bunch of magic bullshit down here, right? That's
I agree.
what I'm pretty much good at.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
All right, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, and Fiore, what are you doing?
I think Fiore's kind of basic. He's just kind of looking around. It's like I'm just he's looking for interesting things, not the hidden things. Just he's in front, he's protecting everybody and walking around. You know what I mean?
Okay. Are you scouting maybe?
I could do that.
Yeah, you're keeping an eye out, and basically when initiative starts, you'll have a bonus to your initiative for everyone.
Okay, that's useful.
Okay. Well, you guys begin walking through the dungeon. Fiore, as Dromai scampers into your bag and Silk, Borbo hides under your hat, you make your way towards the door to the east, deeper into the dungeon. Would you like to open the door?
Yes, Fiore will. Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Well, this particular hallway is quite cramped, isn't it? One might say that there's not much room.
Shut
Fucking kill
the
yourself.
fuck
you
your
bitch.
mouth.
Whatever does it mean?
The smell of rot and mildew pervades the air of this enclosed staircase. At the base, a moist carpet of fungus, slime, and mold grows thickly on the walls. It is just a whole corridor completely overgrown with mushrooms.
This corridor is completely. It's he sort of shifts so that Ulrich can see. Look. He assumes that Silk doesn't want to see.
Yeah, he's making a stink face.
Ulrich
Is
peers into and says, Ulrich looks at the mushrooms. Can you perceive how poisonous and or healthy these things are?
I think you immediately can tell that these are all pretty normal mushrooms. It's just they're growing in force over here.
Interesting.
And I think you also see something else, Ulrich.
Is there a body?
No. But on the wall opposite from you,
Uh-huh.
you can see the faint outline of a door in the fungus.
Oh. Looks down the
Secret
mushrooms.
door?
Okay.
Oh.
So there's a door on the other side.
Oh.
Oh.
He looks at the mushrooms and tries to see if there's a trap under any of these mushrooms.
Nope. You are not seeing any trap.
Okay. So there's no traps as far as I can see. There's just a door on the other side.
Are those safe to walk on?
That seem like plain mushrooms, but if you want, I can give you a piggyback.
He bats his eyelashes demurely.
Oh my god.
Please, Ricky.
Okay, and he crouches.
He gets on his back.
Okay. Do you guys want to walk through the mushroom corridor?
Yeah.
Okay, you walk. Well, two of you walk. One of you freeloads.
Fuck you.
Ooh! Immediately, all of you start feeling ill when you walk through here. Ooh, there's something on the other side of that wall that don't feel good.
I think Fiore takes his scarf and he pulls it up to like tie the end of it, so that he's not breathing it in too hard.
It's not the mushrooms. It's something beneath it.
Oh.
Can you hear that?
I can hear something like ominous music.
Yeah. There,
What is
you
that?
feel that droning under you. You don't know what it is. But I will say, you try to open the secret door, and it just does not work. And Ulrich, I think you notice that there is a single little dent in the wall, a perfectly scooped concave shape, like something is supposed to be put into the wall.
Shoot, we're missing something. There's a dent in the wall right there. I don't know what goes in it.
Do you think we could find it?
It's possible.
It's worth a shot to try.
I will also say, to the north, Fiore and Ulrich, and Silk, you kind of, but you're like, on Ulrich's back, so it's not a great view. You can see that there are stairways leading up. You assume these must be the stairs to the next floor above. The prison. The stairs that are blocked by stones halfway up.
Well, I feel like I know where we will be able to go up once the rocks have been cleared out. Shall we backtrack? Look for something that fits here?
Yes.
Yeah. Sooner we're out of all this, probably the better.
You guys turn around and make your way back into the room. You know now that there's a secret door that you'll be able to open once you get a mysterious and unidentified concave thing. Whatever it is, you don't know. But you'll find it, I'm sure. Now what?
Fiore's like, well, there were other places to look. Back that way. Shall we?
Yep. Let's go.
Sure.
Let's head back.
So there's a door to the north that you came through earlier by the docks, and the door to the south, which you have yet to open yet.
This door's close. The one to the south. So I could open that one.
Ooh, okay.
Why that noise?
So what happens is Ulrich and Silk, you two both raise your eyebrows and pause, and you smell something and you hear something. But it's too late because Fiore has already started opening the door. You rolled a nat 1 on your perception check.
Ugh.
Oh no.
And indeed, there's no trap. You're good. It's more you kind of stumble into this room.
There's scary men inside.
What the fuck?
A haze of smoke with a pungent but not entirely unpleasant scent emanates from a large copper cauldron atop a bed of coal on a dais to the east. A metal rack over the basin holds several brown and purple eggs, each the size of a human head, cooking in the smoke. The walls are painted with sweeping lines and whorls. And present are 6 men. They are all wearing black cloaks. Like black leather, black cloaks, black boots. They all have scarves tied around their mouths, but not their noses, which point out above. Their skin is mottled and white, almost a pale blue. And as soon as the light hits them, they all kind of recoil and hiss, and you hear one of them kind of go, "Ah! Surface folk, just as Urgathul preached." And all of them kind of whip around, almost in shock to see you. And they're all murmuring and saying, "Urgathul told us it would happen. His prophecy has come true. Urgathul the prophet is always right. Urgathul the prophet must be fed." And Fiore, before you can even go, these guys, they're running at you with fucking short swords. Everyone, roll me initiative.
What the fuck?
It's too early for this.
So, top of initiative, Ulrich Revra. Ulrich, you were about to raise a hand being like, wait, Fiore, there's a weird smell and there's noises coming from inside. But it was too late. The door was already open. And now there's a fuck ton of goons running at you, and they're talking about their prophet, and you don't know what's going on, but you don't like it when goons run at you with swords.
I hate gooners.
I didn't say gooners, you said that. I said goons. Hey, boss. Anyway.
The henchman community is in shambles. They're losing words.
Okay. I think Ulrich is going to probably do some song prep.
Okay.
Courageous Anthem first,
Okay.
then a Harmonize with a Fortismo composition for Rallying Anthem.
Okay.
Performance roll is a nat 20.
Oh my god! What happens on a nat 20?
Crit success. The status bonus from your composition increases to +3, so it's a +3 Rallying Anthem.
Holy shit! You guys, your AC is going to be off the charts this round. You are all stepping in time to Ulrich's song, ducking out of danger. You're ready for this.
Nice.
Yep, so...
And is that one action, two actions? How much is that?
Well, for that entire setup, that was all of our actions.
Okay, cool. Does Harmonize affect both songs?
I think it only affects... Because, hang on. And
Yeah, but
you
Fortismo
can
composition
cast-
affects both.
Oh
my god.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so that's a
Oh, no.
+3 to hits as well. Attack rolls and damage rolls and save effects against fear.
Just letting you know, guys, if you... Guys...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh no! Well, Ulrich, that's your turn. Fiore, it's your turn. Ulrich is playing his fucking heart out over here. It is the best music you've ever heard. This must be one of his own compositions. It's so good. You're ready to kick some weird cultist ass. What do you do?
It's 7 a.m. I'm gonna kick some ass.
Morning workout.
I fear he does actually do that. I think Fiore's gonna move down 5 feet and to the right 15 feet, so 20 feet.
Okay. You're now within reach of two of these fuckers.
And then he's going to pull out his sword, and then he's gonna attack.
Okay, go for it.
27.
Okay, 27. That is going to be against the first guy. That is going to be a hit. Roll me that damage.
15.
15 damage, very nice. You cleave into him. He lets out a yelp as you slash, and then you can go for one more.
Then I'll attack one more time.
Okay, go for it. I'm so weak.
Can I use a hero point?
Yeah.
This dickhead.
Wow.
I'm so weak.
No, you're not.
I didn't. Hey, just so you know, that one is a miss by tree, dude. On your second attack.
Oh, well, I mean...
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you roll?
35.
Would it surprise you to hear that's a critical hit?
No.
Roll me that damage.
34.
34 fucking damage? Oh my god, he's almost dead. You slash twice, and he is almost instantly slain. The guy stumbles, his eyes wide, and he looks at you and says, "Glory to Urgathul!" And he's coming to just slash at you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is your turn, Fiore. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, next in the order is gonna be one of these cultists. Who you get... There's something weird about them, but you don't necessarily know what. Anyway, cultist number 1. He shouts, "Glory to Urgathul!" And he's one of the ones next to you, Fiore. He slashes you twice. Woo, woo. And that is going to... Well, actually, no. Hold on. You're right next to him. And he is exposed to bright light, so he's immediately going to be blinded until the end of his next turn. In fact, that is going to hit all of them. As Fiore, you rush in with your bright light, all of them kind of shriek and stumble back a little bit because of how strong the light is. It's reminding you of the Morlocks on the first floor that you went down. But these are like men. These are like big people, you know?
Huh.
And he kind of like wails out and says, "Ah! The sun's light, so long forsaken us!" And then yelling out, he's just going to kind of wildly attack. So that's going to be a double slice. He's going to make 2 strikes with each of his short swords. And that's going to be... well, 20 wouldn't hit anyway, right?
No, that's a net. That's a... My AC is 33 right now.
Is that a crit fail?
By 13. Oh, wait. Yeah, by 13.
Okay. So... well... I wonder why he crit failed. Could it be that he's blind? His sword gets stuck in a wall, and I think he doesn't know it because he's blind. And he kind of wails out, and he's going to try again. I have to make just a flat d20 roll to even see if he can. So that's going to be a failure. He can't. And I think he's just going to stumble and run away a little bit, but because he's blind, all terrain is difficult terrain, so he moves in a random direction for 10 feet. Next in the order is going to be another one of these creatures. This one yells, "Hail Urgathul!" And he's going to run in a random direction because he is blind. He thinks he's running in the right way. But that's going to be... Let's see. Oh, he kind of collides with the pot. And I think all of them are going to go next, but one of them shouts, "Allow your eyes to readjust. The sun's light cannot hurt us for long." So they're all basically just going to spend actions guarding themselves and not do anything until this blindness wears off. Silk, it's your turn. 6 creatures just skipped their turns because Fiore's light has blinded them.
That's fantastic. This fucker standing in the door.
Yeah,
in my
the one
way.
who was trying to run at Fiore just accidentally blocked the door.
Yeah, not for long. I'm gonna cast Hydraulic Push.
Okay, Ulrich is in the way, so he will have cover. He has a +2 to his AC, but you also have a +3 to this attack
It's
roll.
not a lion.
Yes, but it's an attack roll.
Yeah, but it's not a
If
lion.
there's someone in the way, you have to... It's like if you were shooting a bow.
Fuck you,
Fuck you.
bitch.
You will have an equivalent +1 to this attack roll because Ulrich is saying so good that you're like, okay, I'll just aim around. No prob.
Alright, fine. Ooh, 26?
26 to hit, brother.
Oh, fuck yeah. Alright. It's 5d6 plus 3 bludgeoning, and he is knocked back 5 feet.
Okay, go.
Okay, that's 24 damage.
Nice. Okay, 24 damage, and he goes as he's pushed out of the way.
Uh,
And he looks around and says, "Who did that?
I think Silk snorts at
There's
that.
more of them! Watch out!"
Silk answers that by shooting his gun at him. This is a -5.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. 33.
-5? Yeah?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's rough, dude. Whoa. 16 in total.
Pow!
Ew.
42.
Well,
He looks around and says, "Who did that? Glory to Urga!" And then a bullet enters one end of his head and goes out the other, and he just kind of flops onto the floor dead.
yo.
Wait, no, he doesn't! Silk, Ulrich, you see the craziest thing ever happen. As the bullet passes through this man's brain, he fucking explodes. He incinerates in a flash of white-hot flame. All creatures within 20 feet are going to need to make a reflex save or take 5d6 fire damage. And unfortunately, that includes his friends.
Oh.
So here's the reflex save, everyone.
28.
37.
27.
Okay. Thankfully, a few of these don't worry about it. A few of these creatures are hidden behind pillars, so they are not instantly slain. However, as this guy lights up into flame, he's going to do 11 fire damage. So, Fiore, you succeed. You'll take half damage. Silk, you critically succeed. I think you conjure up a bubble. Ulrich, you succeed. The bubble helps you a little bit, but you're still closer to the edge of the bubble, so the worm does, like, get you a little bit.
Yeah, you
And
get
some of these
singed.
Caligni take damage, some don't, right?
Alright.
So that is going to be for Silk, no damage. For Ulrich, that's going to be 5 damage. For Fiore, that's going to be 5 damage minus your resistance. That is no damage. You're unaffected.
Yippee!
For one of these guys, that's going to be a failure, and for the other two, that's going to be a success. Okay. And with that, there is nothing left of that creature. There's a few rags that are like smoldering on the floor, but that's it. This thing literally just burned up like magnesium.
Blink.
Okay.
Silk, you don't think you did that?
Yeah, that spell doesn't usually do that.
Gun usually doesn't make people explode.
No.
Lest.
Not really.
Gun make hole, not explosion.
Yeah.
Silk, that is your turn.
Yeah.
Ulrich, it's your turn, top of the order. As your music fades, you blink at the smoldering remains of that guy. What?
Can I make a roll to figure out what the fuck?
Yeah, sure. Would you like to make me a society check?
Side
Or
check.
bardic lore?
Bardic lore's better. Yay. 9.
You're not really sure, but making an educated guess, could they be maybe some form of vampiric troll? Maybe their vampire master has, like, put some weird, like, curse on them that, like, when you're no longer of use to me, you will explode. Maybe? You're not really sure, to be frank.
Yeah, Ulrich doesn't really relay any information because that was much.
Yeah, in your head, you're like, that can't be right.
Yeah. So instead, he'll just. Oh, I didn't say what he had. What weapons he had. Okay.
I assumed loot, right? In such
yeah.
cramped quarters.
Yeah, in cramped quarters, it would have to probably be loot. So next action, he's gonna run and thwack.
Yeah. You turn to this guy, this weird cultist, and I will say, as you're running closer, you see that their eyes are completely white.
Oh. Okay.
Weird. Spooky, even.
Strange. Especially with the vampire information.
Mm-hmm. How curious.
Anyway. 27.
27 against this guy is gonna be... that's gonna be a hit. Roll me that damage.
12.
12 damage. Yeah, you smack him, and he lets it out. Glory to Urgathul. He turns, swishing his blades at you randomly. And you... Is that your turn? No, you've one action left. You are keeping... That was keeping one of your compositions up. You can strike him again if you like.
Oh, I thought my roll was my roll.
Oh,
free
you're
action?
right. I'm
Yeah.
foolish. I forgot. Recall
Yeah.
knowledge is indeed an action.
Yeah. So that's it.
Okay. So which are you keeping up? Rallying Anthem or Courageous Anthem?
I'll keep up rallying just for defense and safety.
Yeah, okay. Go for it. Well, now that you know these guys explode, could be helpful,
It
right?
is helpful. Yeah.
Okay. So you continue singing and keeping everyone nimble. Next in the order is Fiore. Fiore, you're not sure, but last time you checked, men don't explode. Unless...
You know, he doesn't check often, but he is assuming that's not normal.
Probably not. Anyway, fuck this guy.
Fiore is going to tear his eyes away from an explosion of person, and he's going
For what's
to...
worth, completely non-gruesome. Like, there's no gore. It's just a...
That was so literally.
It's like he turned into TNT.
Yeah, he turned
That
into a
was-
Minecraft TNT, and then...
It's quite literally magnesium. There's nothing left. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, he's going to attack.
Mm-hmm.
28,
That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
15.
Fiore, how do you do this?
I think he just slashes into him.
Yeah, okay. Well, guess what? As your blade cleaves into him, suddenly, where the wound should have blood, it has burning white light! Ah! He explodes in another magnesium fire. And everyone's going to need to make me another reflex save. So that's going to be you, Fiore, these two, Ulrich, you two.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Silk, you don't have to, thank God.
Yippee!
So all of you, you're going to need to make me this reflex save.
25.
31.
A 25 is a success. Ulrich, a 31 is a critical success. You completely dodge this magnesium flare, but the rest of them all succeed as well. So that's going to be half of 5d6 damage. Man, if I exploded and I didn't even kill anyone from it, what's the fucking point, right? So that's going to be, for everyone that does succeed, that's going to be half of 26 fire damage. And you take none of that, Ulrich.
Yeah.
So, half 26, that's 13 fire damage to everyone, except for Fiore, who takes 8, because he just does not care about fire. And Fiore, that was one action. You got 2 left.
I think he's going to move so that he's going to move diagonally so that he's close to attack 2 more of them.
Okay.
And then he's going to raise his shield.
Okay, cool. Fiore, you raise your shield, blocking incoming attacks, which may be a good thing, because it is now these guys' turn. And the first one, the one who ran into the pot earlier, you start to see that their eyes are adjusting. While they are no longer blind, these weird cultists are all dazzled. So they can see stuff, but not very well, right? Like, their eyes hurt. They are not used to being in the light. They are used to being in pitch darkness. So they all have that now. And that means it's like blinded, except instead of making a DC 11 check and not knowing where they're running, they simply are just squinting, right? Because they're like, my eyes. But that first one kind of wails out and says, "Glory to Urgathul!" And he's going to spend his first action running up to you, Fiore. And then he is actually flanking you, so you are off guard. Mm-hmm. And he's going to double slice you. So, first attack, he passes his dazzled, and he 26 is a miss.
Yeah, that does not hit.
Okay, second one he attacks anyway. Ooh, that's a critical failure.
Yeah, that really, really does not hit.
Catastrophic failure. Oh my god. He rushes you, and then he slips on the robes of his fallen comrade, smashes his head onto the floor, and is unconscious.
Oh. Well,
Oops. You hate to see this sort of thing.
You hate to see this sort of thing.
Now, he will wake up, but, maybe you guys have a chance to do something about that.
interrogation time.
Next is another one of the Caligni. I don't know if an unconscious person counts as flanking, so unfortunately, he's not able to do anything about that right now. He is, however, going to try slash at you. And he says, "Glory to Urgathul, the prophet!" Yeah, okay, we get it. Double slice! Whomp whomp. First one, that's not only a critical failure, but he misses completely because he can't see you very well.
Dang.
Wow, Rallying Anthem's really fucking these guys over. Like, really bad.
That's why I do it.
Rang your own bell. He's deafened. He accidentally bonks his head into a pillar. And he's so he's deafened now. Second attack. That one is going to be... Oh my god. Wait. No. No, 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 no. He rolled a 19 and he missed.
Wow,
Oh my god. The Lion Shield and Rallying Anthem combined have left it that he literally has a 50% chance of crit failing, a 45% chance of failing, and a 5% if he rolls a nat 20 of hitting you. As he misses and his bleary eyes try to readjust, he says, "Brothers, we cannot harm these men. They are too strong." And another one cackles and says, "Then we will burn! Our souls will feed Urgathul!" And all
What?
three of them at the same time, "Glory to Urgathul!" And they surge ya. They're still going to try, even though it's an impossibility. They are willing to die for this.
Ulrich, by the wall, like, wait.
Too late, Ulrich. This one wheels at you, and he strikes. And that's going to be...
yikes.
Okay, so I did roll a nat 20 on my concealment check. And then I got a critical failure on my strike because of Rallying fucking Anthem.
That's why I do it.
So he rushes you, and unfortunately, he hits himself instead of you.
Wow.
Oh my god, wait. He hits himself. He does some damage. He does 10 damage to himself. And then he says, "Ah, no! My blade!" And then you see something seeping from his wound. Poison.
Oh my god.
What?
My poison blade! No!
This is crazy.
Oh my god.
There's so much going on in this fight.
That's a failure. He's going to take black smear poison. Oh dear. He's going to take 1d6 poison damage. He lived. He served cunt. And then he died. As he stumbles over, suddenly flash of light! More magnesium burning! Everyone!
God damn it.
This is an epileptic's worst nightmare. Actually, all of you, I need you to all roll me a D100 to see if any of you are epileptic.
Are you for real?
So, Death Flame. 20-foot emanation around him. Here we go. Fury and Ulrich and all of these guys. Oh, now you roll a nat 20.
Oh.
And now you roll another nat 20. Where are these nat 20s when you're fighting Fury, huh?
Wow.
Oh, one of them got a nat 1. That's fine. Fuck it all. Okay. Well, 2 to Caligni get a nat 20, and 1 gets a nat 1, which is so funny. Fiore, you crit succeed. You raise your shield and block off this burning light. And Ulrich, you just succeed. So that is going to be 21 damage. Half for you, Ulrich, and then double for one of the Caligni, which immediately kills him!
Jesus Christ, it's a chain reaction.
Oh my god.
The fiery light immediately engulfs one of the with these hooded men. And then he also explodes. So I need you all to please roll me that reflex save again.
Except for me.
Okay, 1 second.
I love how the list is just getting whittled down.
Yeah, the list of people making these rolls getting smaller and smaller.
26.
Oh, shit. 21.
Why do you always use
That
my
passes.
fucking dice?
No!
was a
2! This is such bull. Okay, you guys are not going to believe this. The unconscious one has rolled nat 20s on his reflex both times, so I think he's just like on the floor, face down in the pile.
That's really
Just
funny.
completely unmoving and not taking any damage. Meanwhile, these guys who are close are just being absorbed in one another's fire. And that's going to be double of... No fucking way. That's going to be 46 damage to the guy with 42 HP, as he is also incinerated on the spot. Fiore and Ulrich, you both take 11 damage. Silk, it's your turn. There's only one guy left. He's unconscious face down on the floor.
Silk like calls into the room and he's like, "Is it over?"
We have an unconscious one.
Yeah.
You gonna kill him?
Well, no, I will not. That's not really my vibe. Does anyone have any rope? I feel like we could get information.
I have rope.
Let's tie him up.
Okay.
Dice Will Roll will return after these messages. We now return to Dice Will Roll.
How are you all doing after this fascinating encounter?
Wow, you took care of that quick. I barely had to step in the room.
It's a good thing you didn't. That was a lot of light and quite the headache.
Well, you tie up this strange hooded cultist who's not taken a single bit of damage this entire time.
That's
This lucky guy.
Really funny.
Well, what do we do with him?
Well, I feel like we could get some information from him.
You have a chance to interrogate. I certainly have questions.
You think he'll comply?
Well, I mean, we can at least try.
What if we do if he doesn't?
Well, I'm not killing an unarmed guy.
Do we just leave him here?
We can certainly do that.
One of you should slap him awake.
Fiore goes to nudge him awake. He goes, "Hey."
The dreaded light. No, the light. The light.
Oh,
the light.
Sorry. Fiore moves his shield, like, away from him.
Where are the others?
They, all exploded?
And you didn't kill me?
No, you were unconscious already.
You are cruel. Kill me.
Okay.
Okay.
Allow my soul to be destroyed.
That's crazy. Man.
Whoa!
Why? Wait. What? Why?
Glory to Urgathul.
Jesus.
Glory to Urgathul.
Could you explain that one to me?
He is a god.
Of?
Us.
Who are you?
Who's us?
What? My name's Rifair. My name's Rifair, if that's what you're asking.
Well, it's good to meet you. We just
It is
don't.
evil. Kill me so my soul can fuel Urgathul.
Oh my god, can I shoot him?
Okay,
Glory to Urgathul.
who is that?
Our god.
What is he a god of? What does he do? What's his powers?
He's our god. He is
God of
mighty.
what?
He sees visions of the future.
Silk pulls out his gun. What exactly does he do?
Yay! Pull the trigger.
Oh my god! It's not even a bargaining device. I can't threaten you.
If you kill me now, my soul will be burned, and I shall feed Urgathul.
Okay, we're not gonna kill you unless you tell us.
What do you mean by your soul being destroyed?
Oh, well, it's just the way it goes.
That's not how it usually should.
Where is
Oh,
your...
well, you know, Blame our ancestors, I guess. Bad decisions and all that.
The fuck did your ancestors have to do with it?
Well, they sold our souls.
To this god?
No, not kind, benevolent Urgathul.
Another god then.
Oh yeah, that's a nameless.
What the?
They sold their soul to a nameless god.
That would be the Forsaken.
Oh. Forsaken. What?
Forsaken?
Yeah, okay. You're surface dwellers, so I don't expect you to know everything about us brave and cultured Caligni.
Right.
But let me give you a quick history lesson, so you will know how great Urgathul is.
Thank you very much.
You know what? Sure.
We are the Caligni. Once we hailed from the surface. We came from the great nation of Aslant.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
We came from the city of Calignos, deep within the Mindspin Mountains. Just a day before Earthfall, the seers of Calignos predicted our city's destruction, and they led us deep underground for refuge. But Earthfall, it collapsed the tunnels leading to the surface, and we were forced deeper underground. The Darklands are a terrifying and dangerous place. We had to rely on the power of magic to help our survival. We prayed for salvation, and our prayers were answered. The Forsaken, who bestowed upon us the cradles of the night, beautiful artifacts that changed us and granted us powers. We were infused with shadowy magic, and soon we evolved into the Caligni, the people you see before you.
Okay.
Alas, we did not know what the Forsaken planned for us. They were planning on drawing our soul power in a plan to escape the netherworld. But then, the Forsaken all died. In some unknown cataclysm, all our gods died. And we have no afterlife to go to now. Indeed, when we die, our souls are immediately destroyed. Burnt up on the spot, like beautiful lanterns of the surface light we once knew.
Holy shit.
Okay.
It's alright though. Most of us worship the Aubs now. Weird shadow creatures. We think they may be some messengers of the old Forsaken gods, but the Forsaken are dead, so... the point is, we, the Court of Urgathul, we know better!
Mm-hmm.
A group of us came to the floor beneath this one, fleeing a great calamity. Our two leaders, a spellcaster named Galudu and a warrior named Dulak, they led us into safety. We explored upwards, reaching an abandoned shrine of some great god. And there we met Urgathul, the great prophet, our god, with a giant mouth and many arms. Urgathul has psychic powers, and he grants us his power as well. He is real. He is carnate, not like those Forsaken gods. We have thrown ourselves to worship him, except for the lesser, weak, disgusting Caligni that stayed on the floor below.
Uh-huh.
Us, the Court of Urgathul, we know better. We know that Urgathul has mighty powers and has seen the future. He told us of your arrival, surface adventurers. And he told us that great ancient evils awaken below. Lady Belcorra has risen from the dead. And other strange stuff is going on too, I think. We now hunt the Kruth, those crocodile creatures in the lake. and we cook their eggs for mystic rituals.
Okay.
Now you may untie me so that you too can join Urgathul in worship.
No.
No, I've already got a god.
Your god is not as good as Urgathul.
Okay, that.
Yeah, I don't really agree with that at all.
Have you seen your god?
Have you seen yours?
Yes! Urgathul, he resides to the north. He stays within the cave of dreams, with his many arms and his giant mouth.
I do not need to see my goddess in person.
But
Yeah,
I
but
do,
she's
and I
around.
have seen my god. Hail Urgathul!
This guy's pissing me off.
Shoot me about it. Bet, come on.
Well, I don't want to shoot you because that's the good thing to do for you.
Man. Come on. I'll be your friend.
I don't want you to be my friend. I don't like you.
You won't have to deal with me if I'm dead.
Good lord.
I guess, but living's the worst punishment for you.
Oh, hail Urgathul.
What the
I'll just
fuck?
start a new cult to Urgathul. So long as Urgathul lives, oh, ancient powers, with his mystical conclave lens, he will come and he will deliver us dreams of the future.
Do you guys want to keep exploring?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's leave him here.
Head north, explorers, and you will see Urgathul with his shaggy fur.
Noted.
Right. Thank you for the heads up. Quick question. There's more of you?
Oh, yes. The cult of Urgathul is far greater than any others on this level, especially those dipshit children of Belcorra.
Oh, you've got a common
I thought-
enemy.
So you're not friends with those guys?
They're such posers.
I agree.
Did you know? This was once meant to be the garden of Belcorra.
Right here where we're standing? Or like
This floor. It was meant to be her garden. Look what a dipshit job they have done of keeping it. They were her gardeners.
What exactly?
And they...
Look
Yes, go on. No, after you.
No, that's fine. I interrupted you. It's okay.
No, it's all right. I was just rambling a little bit.
Okay, well, my question is more important. What exactly was she going to put in her garden, if you know?
From what I understand, plants.
That's great. Thank you.
Amen.
And instead it's full of fungus.
Well, fungus isn't that too far off from
No,
plants.
no. Fungus and plants are very different. They fill completely different ecological roles, and you are more biologically similar to fungus than fungus is to a plant.
Can we leave this guy?
The children of Belcorra disbelieved the rumors of Belcorra's death. They thought of it as some trick to test their dedication. They didn't waver in their duties. But as the years passed, more and more monsters from the Darklands came up. Believing that Belcorra would return, they became undead to combat their dwindling numbers and increasing age.
Yikes.
They immured each other in the muddy shores to rise again as bog mummies.
Oh.
But now, well, I guess they were a little bit right, but they have failed their once leader, and they have not chosen a better god like Urgathul, with his beautiful crimson lens in all of its concave beauty.
Thanks for that information.
His
your
lens
friends
is
will
so
find you
concave.
eventually.
If you were looking for something concave, you'd want to go to Urgathul.
Okay. Okay, I'm
Well-
starting to put the picture together. Thank you.
I'm
Which
sick of
door
this
should
guy.
we go through, you guys?
To the north to see Urgathul.
don't want to see him.
But he is mighty.
He sucks. He sounds ugly.
He's okay, well, that's a... Look, man, I get where you're coming from, but when you insult someone's physical appearance, that's low. It's kicking low. If you're going to attack someone...
Still kicks him.
Oh yeah, keep doing that, brother. I'll be dead soon.
Oh my god.
Let's go right now. I hope your friends find you.
To the north. To the north.
Which direction should
South. I want to go opposite.
Oh no, don't go south.
Now, before you open the door, why don't you let me open the door?
Please.
I'm gonna check to see if there's a trap, as usual.
Okay, well, Ulrich, you take a good look. Yeah, there's no trap.
Okay, we're good.
Another corridor. 2 doors, so there's a reason. West, east, or west?
West.
Okay. Locked.
So the door to the west, it would appear to be a prison cell.
Oh.
You can't really see much. It's like just a full iron door with like a little slit in it.
Can Fiore try and peek through the slit?
You don't see anything moving inside.
It's locked, and I don't think there's anything inside. Let me try the other one. Silk, let's leave.
Nope, too late. You open that door, Fiore, and you look inside, and there are 2 of those Caligni cultists. And then, sitting at the end of this room, full of pillows and furs and blankets and rugs, and plenty of empty jugs, is, well, a very handsome Caligni.
Oh. Hold on, let's hear him out.
This Caligni, he wears, well, first off, he knows how to wear his mask properly. His nose is covered by the scarf. But he's like wearing like a long, like a hood that there's no cloak attached. It's just a hood with long draping cloth. He has this dark purple armor with gold trimmings and just very stylish clothes overall. A pendant around his necklace and a staff. And in his free hand, he has a cup of wine. And you see he's just pulled down the mask to drink the wine, and he looks and says, oh, oh, look. You must be the ones that the great Urgathul warned us of.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, we won't fight or hurt you if you don't fight or hurt us.
But those same visions said you'd slay Urgathul unless we killed you.
I don't even really know who that is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, let me explain in great detail.
Okay, we've heard the explanation of who the god is, but what he is.
Well, he is a mystic, a psychic, a great, powerful creature who grants us visions of the future and past alike. Allow me to introduce myself, by the way. You may have heard of me. My name is Padley. I am one of the sorcerers, one of the leaders of the Caligni who came here. Although, unlike my partner Dulac, I learned the truth, and I came here to worship the one true deity, Urgathul.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yes, that's me. That's my thing. Would you like some wine before I have to kill you?
Is it poison?
No, it's mushroom wine. You know.
No.
Take it. All right, rude. Excuse me. We worked very hard to cultivate this mushroom wine.
Well, I have a very sophisticated palate, thank you.
You've never even tried it.
I don't want to, it sounds gross.
You're being so ridiculous. How do you know you won't like it?
I don't like mushrooms.
Yes, well, this is fermented. It's different.
Okay, give me a sample.
Okay. Boys, one of you bring this accursed surface elf something to drink.
Accursed!
And one of the Caligni kind of slinks forward and puts a cup in your hand.
He like swishes it around like the fucking aerating shit, and he takes the tiny sip. He like clicks his tongue. He like does like the smacking thing. I'm not gonna do that because I fucking hate that noise.
Yeah, but you smack your tongue.
Yeah, and he's like, does it taste good, Derry?
It's unfortunately really good.
His nose wrinkles.
So what you think?
I'll give it to you. It's not bad.
We work it's mostly made on the floor below us. But, well, you know how it is. We burned a few bridges, so we only have so much of this wine left. But Urgathul says if we kill you, we get to go down on a raid with him, and we'll destroy our brethren and take what is ours.
Uh-huh.
Well, that sounds lovely. He takes another sip.
You know, I'm so sick of those guys. First they ignore Urgathul, then they become friends with that bizarre little gnome man.
Bizarre gnome man?
Gnome?
Yes, some poxy little fellow with glasses and a big book.
Befriended people down here.
We're gonna find him before that other party.
Well, I wouldn't count on it. I'm pretty sure they're going to execute him.
What? Huh?
Why?
I don't know. I didn't ask them. It's what I would do.
Oh.
I'd sacrifice him to Urgathul.
Okay, well, you don't know that they're going to execute him.
Well, they should. They probably will.
Okay, well, there's a difference between thinking they should
Oh.
and knowing that they will.
Do you know each other? You're all surface people. All surface people know each other.
That is certifiably not true.
I don't even care that much.
You should be glad this is very cool.
I'm just gonna kill you now, Puddley says as he stands up and he starts casting spells.
Pretty good.
You like Puddley?
Fuck. I rolled a nat one. It's because Silk continues to drink the wine.
He just doesn't give a fuck.
He's like, oh, it's pretty good is the problem.
Yeah, he does not view this guy as a threat. Oh.
25.
28.
And that one for Silk. Okay, cool. So top of the order is going to be one of the Caligni. This Caligni stalker jumps down in front and goes, ah! And he slashes into Fiore. He goes, ah! Oh shit, no, the light. Ah, the light! Oh, they go, ah, the
Wow.
light, ah! I think, unfortunately, yeah, okay, I think it's Fiore, when combat starts, you raise your shield a little bit, and that's when the light hits them, and they go, ah!
Yeah.
Like the ash babies. So unfortunately, they're all blinded. He jumps into the way and he goes, ah! And you hear Padley in the back going, ah, the light, the light, So this guy's going to make a flat check to try hit you. That is going to be a nat 20. So I think he doesn't need to make
Well,
any flat
that-
checks for the rest of his turn.
That's fair.
Double slice. It's gonna be a. Man. That's a 17. That is a critical failure. He slashes out and he gets backswing. You deal the attack's normal damage to yourself instead of the target. Ah, the poison! So he is gonna damage himself and he's gonna take 11 damage. And then he's going to need to make a fortitude save against his own poison. That is a 25. He succeeds. He is not poisoned by his own poison. That's pretty great. He is going to try attack you again with that double slice.
Yeah.
And that is a 24 to hit.
That still does not hit.
Okay, well, he tried. Ulrich, it is your turn.
You can't see any of them.
Yeah, you're at the very back. You've been kind of like listening in, being like, what's going on?
Okay, well, I think, can Ulrich scooch his way to the other end?
Yeah, I think you can get past all of your friends to get kind of, yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna scooch to the end of the hallway. Probably start off with a rallying anthem.
Okay, go for it.
Then he's gonna smack the one in front of Fiore.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh. 21? Oh, that's 8. What the
21's a hit because these guys are not very high level.
Oh, okay. Well, it's,
Smack.
Oh, 13. That max damage.
Bonk. You hit him and he goes, ah! And he's stumbling back a little bit.
Kind of hilarious. Especially
Yeah, it's
because
not-
he's at an angle in the door frame.
Yeah, it's really not great for him.
And it crammed over here.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, next in the order is gonna be the other Caligni, who Padley shouts out and says, Don't even, come on. Don't, wait until our eyes are a little better. There's no sense in us attacking. Wait. And he kind of hisses and says, hail Urgathul, as he backs up a little bit. Fiore, it's your turn.
All right. There's a guy directly in front of him, so Fiore is going to attack. 36.
Man, come the fuck on. Come on, man. What the fuck?
Listen, man. 30 damage. Sorry, bud.
30 damage? Yeah, okay. So you kill him. And guess what? Everyone, unfortunately, you're going to need to make me a reflex save, please.
The chain reaction. Everyone dies.
Well, actually, Silk and Ulrich, you two don't, because you're on either side of the door, so the fire hits Fiore. Fiore...
Damn.
Yep. Okay. And you hear Padley say, oh no! Was that Belcorra? Did Belcorra just explode? Urgathul have his soul.
31.
Oh no! One of the Caligni got a nat 1! Okay, so the one who explodes obviously dies in a flash of fire. Fiore, you get a crit success. You just raise your shield as the light explodes. Meanwhile, these two fellows are both going to take 5d6 fire damage. Well, one's going to take half of it. The other's going to take double of. That's 36 fire damage to one of them. And the to Padley, he just takes 9. And he goes, most unpleasant. But for Urgathul, we will do anything it takes. And now it's Padley's turn. And he kind of lazily gets up off his chair and says, no, it's so hard to think with all this ale in my system. Where were we? Yes, glory to Urgathul. And Fiore, suddenly your mind begins to shatter. Make me a will save.
33.
Okay, you will take damage from this, but no persistent damage. He casts Phantom Pain. Agony rips through your head as you hear an insane number of whispers in the voice of some dark creature that says,
The end is coming. Listen to me. Obey Urgathul.
And you're gonna take 22 damage, Fiore.
Yeah, okay.
How are you doing? You like that? That was a success.
Not great.
Padley says, did I get him? It's too bright. And then he kind of like raises a staff and conjures a shield made of spinning fractals. So he is going to cast shield on himself. Next in the order is Silk. Silk, it is your turn. What do you do?
Am I able to attack from where I am?
No. At the moment, no. You cannot see anything. You're gonna need to enter the room.
What about Force Barrage?
Force Barrage would work.
Okay. I love spells where I don't have to see shit. That's gonna be 3 action, 4th rank Force Barrage. I'm casting it on Barely Hurt Bitch.
On Padley?
Yeah.
The leader?
Yeah.
Okay. These bubbles shoot in, and he goes, ouch, I didn't like that. That was very, ow. I'm gonna have to hurt you for that one.
You can try it, bitch.
I will. Let me get to you, boy. 1 second, I'm coming.
Take your time.
Ulrich, it is your turn. This weirdly relaxed cultist is kind of stumbling towards you, sipping still on wine. What do you do?
Ulrich, I think, is probably going to take an action to head in. Yeah, he's just going to head in and probably try to confront the leader.
Okay.
And I'm going to say he's going to strike once, see what happens. And I'm
Okay,
gonna
go for
shield
it.
up, but let's see. 25.
That is going to be a miss, unfortunately.
Ooh, okay.
You bang against his fractal shield, and he goes, well, come on, what are you doing? Get out of my way, I'm going for the wizard.
No, the fuck you're not.
Yes, the fuck I am. He's insulted me, he insulted my wine, he's insulted me. He's like already shambling towards Silk.
He said
And
the
that's
wine
my
was
boyfriend.
Good.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, congratulations. You're about to be a widower.
Not on my fucking watch, asshole.
You got one action left, what do you do?
How's my athletics? Not great. Okay. I got the minus spells. I have one action. Oh, one action step. Okay. Well, it's gonna get a -5. Can't cast guidance. You know what? Fuck it. I think after hearing that, Ulrich is just gonna try to see if he can restrain him. It's probably not gonna go very well, but
Okay, go for it.
it's a athletics roll, right?
Yep.
I am untrained in this. This might be bad. That was almost a 16. Fuck you.
A 16 is actually going to be a critical fail.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay, go for it.
26.
That is literally a success. That is his exact DC. What the fuck do you do?
I think Ulrich probably nearly slips up by trying to go like full force into it. So instead, he just like grabs him by the arm and sort of twists it back. Like I
Hey,
said,
ow,
no.
ow! Come on! Oh, it's too hot today. That's going to be. Sorry. Fucking love this stupid guy. He is now grabbed. He can't move beyond your reach. He
Yeah.
is off guard. Wow. He's not in a great spot at all right now. He kind of pulls against his. You're making me need to take you out first. This is so unfair. I should have had less to drink. And is that your turn?
Yes, and because of this, wait, it was a miss, so I don't think it worked.
No,
Okay.
you don't keep your thing going.
Okay.
But it's fine because they're not touching you anyway. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, it's now one of the Caligni's turn. And he is dazzled, not blinded now. He's gotten used to the light, although he doesn't love it. So he sees you grabbing his boss and goes, Glory to Urgathul! And he tries to strike you with a double strike. Whoop-pow. That is a 30 to hit, Ulrich.
That hits.
Okay. Well, he slashes into you, and he does 10 damage.
Okay.
I am also going to need you to make me a fortitude save, please.
26.
26, you are fine. But he's going to strike you again. Whoop-pow. Does a 34 hit?
Yes.
Getting close to a crit. This guy's good. He slashes you. And that's going to
Okay.
be 9 damage, Ulrich.
Okay.
And that's his turn. And as he's like slashing into you, he says, Release Master Padley. Glory to Urgathul.
Okay, I'm getting sick of that.
You'll have to kill me to make me stop.
Fine.
Fiore, it's your turn.
I think Fiore is going to run into the room to this. He's at the south so that he can hit both of the guys in here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he's going to smite this guy, the mage, the sorcerer guy.
Okay.
He's going to attack. 27,
That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
15.
You do some of that damage to him. However, the bubble heats up as your sword hits it, and he's actually going to use his reaction to block some of that damage.
Okay.
Meaning that he is going to reduce 10 of that. Meaning you only do 5 damage. But the shield breaks into pieces around him, meaning it can no longer be used. And he kind of goes, my shield,
What is with this? Why are you making them the most obnoxious people?
He's very drunk.
Slay.
And Fiora, you have one action left. He looks at you and says, "Come on, why is everyone trying to get in my way of killing the elf?"
What the hell do you mean, why?
I'll have to deal with you after I deal with the rabbit.
And I made myself pretty fucking clear why you're not getting to the elf.
Oh, you're all talking so loud, it hurts my head. He's like,
I'll
catching
talk
it.
louder.
Ulrich yells in his ears good.
That is your turn, Dan. And it is Padley's turn. And Padley says, I didn't want to have to do this, but it is what it is. And he points at you, Ulrich, and says, why don't you just relax and have something to drink? It'll be better that way. Let go of me, please. And I need you to make me a will save as he casts Suggestion. And he is grabbed. He passed the flat check. Now, Luna, what did you roll?
I rolled a 23.
And you would have failed that. But you got a success instead.
Yeah.
Because this is an incapacitation spell, because it can fuck you up badly, it does not work quite as well. So, on a success, you're unaffected. And he goes, this is a shame. And I think he just smashes that fucking goblet into your face.
Okay.
And that is going to be, that's a miss by 2. That is a 25.
Yeah, miss.
And he goes, this is no good. Silk, it is your turn. What do you do?
What I do? I'm gonna fucking kill this guy.
Oh, it's such a shame.
It is not a shame whatsoever. Silk is really fucking tired of this. And specifically, I think that he steps into the room, and he's still sipping his wine, and he's like, I'm much too pretty to die, and he casts Vision of Death on it.
Okay, and he says, as am I, and he raises his staff, and he uses his reaction. Occult Ward! He makes a saving throw against a spell cast by a creature he can see, you. Mm-hmm. He has a +2 circumstance bonus to the save. So he has to make the save, but he has a +2 to it.
Okay. So give me that save. It's a will save.
Okay. Oh, no!
Damn.
Oh,
How unfortunate.
Is that a nat one?
A +2 will not save you when you roll a nat 1.
That's really unfortunate.
Is it?
It's a critical failure.
Holy shit, okay. Frightened 4 and is fleeing.
For as long as he's frightened.
And double damage. Holy shit.
Yeah, how much damage is that?
That's gonna be 66 damage.
Okay. Padley has been kind of swaying back and forth a little bit, and he very smugly raises his staff as you shoot like a bolt of black lightning into his head, and then his eyes widen, and he goes, no, gods! Oh, gods! As he drops to his knees, screaming as he imagines the death of his nation, his ancestors, the horrors that caused the Caligni to be created, the pact with the Forsaken, the death of the gods that now owned their souls. The very reality of my soul will turn to nothing settles into him, and he starts screaming and pushing everyone out of the way. He's getting the fuck out of here as soon as he can.
Tragic.
Gorsh. Well, Silk, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Ulrich, it's your turn. Padley is now screaming and pulling away from you and trying to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, well, I guess you're just gonna smack the fuck out of him.
Now, you will need to grab him again this turn if you want to keep holding him.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to grab him again. Let's see how that goes.
Okay. Make me another athletics check.
Athletics. It's only a +10. 23.
A 23 would normally not be a success, but because he's frightened 4, it works. Like, his
Dang.
DCs are dropped so low right now.
Oh, ain't that perfect, because next Alric is gonna do a courageous anthem.
You motherfucker. And you've one action left.
And one
What
action
can
to
you do?
smack. 27.
That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
Ooh, 16.
Yeah, you smack him and he goes, no, let go of me. I have to get out of here.
No, you don't, bitch.
And that is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, it is this Caligni's turn, who says, glory to Urgathul, and he's trying to stab you. There's gonna be another jewel strike. Oh no. It would have been a hit, but because he's dazzled, he misses anyway. Because he rolled a tree on his DC 5 flat check.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
He tries again anyway. That is a nat 1 on his concealment check, not his attack, which would have been another hit. He's just flailing around like there's no tomorrow. I think for his nat 1, it's just he just spends his whole turn flailing. Fiore, it's your turn. Whoa. This guy is just shrieking and screaming. And also, there's a little dude just wailing on Ulrich.
Well, Fiore is gonna turn his attention away from that situation.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't feel good. He doesn't really want anything to do with that.
He's like, not my wheelhouse. Sorry, guys.
Fiore's like, I actually think he cannot.
Yeah, if someone's trying to surrender, you're like, I'm not allowed to say no.
Fiore's like, I don't wanna.
No wanna.
So he's going to attack the guy just in front of him that's attacking Ulrich.
Yeah, I mean, this guy deserves it, right?
26.
That's a hit. Roll me that damage.
16.
He takes it. He's not looking good.
I'll try again.
David,
Yes, babe?
why'd you do this to me?
I don't know. Maybe the last time when you were like, don't worry about it.
Okay, well, I can't control. Fine. Roll me that critical damage.
Yikes.
Brother, you had 8 HP left.
Wow.
How do you do this?
Okay, so I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of worried about that other guy dying because Fiore does not want to be responsible for that.
He's fine. He's got a lot of HP.
Okay. I think that Fiore, while the guy, because the other guy is attacking Ulrich,
He is.
and I think Fiore, catches him off guard because I think he also assumed that Fiore was still fighting him, like the very scared guy. But he turns his attention back to the guy actively attacking Ulrich, and he goes, "Oh no, you don't." And I think he slashes into him, like from the back.
Mm-hmm. And when you do so, he lets it out, and then he explodes into a burning blast of light. And everyone needs to make me another reflex save, please. Padley is going to succeed. Fiore crit fails. Silk
Fine.
crit succeeds. And Ulrich crit succeeds. The fire that surges through is going to do 5d6 fire damage, double of that to Fiore, half of that to Padley, none of that to Silk or Ulrich. That is 17 damage times 2. That's 34 Fiore, minus your resistance.
Of course.
And then Padley's going to take half of that. That's going to be... Yeah, that's 8 damage to him. And Fiore, you are going to take 29 damage. Youch. And now it's Padley's turn. And Padley says, "Let go of me! Let go! I have to get out of here!" And he is yanking against you, Ulrich.
Okay.
That is going to be... He's going to make a few acrobatics checks to try escape. This is going to be against your athletics modifier.
It's not that high. It really is not that high.
So that is a 23.
That should... Yeah, that succeeds.
Okay. he yanks his arm out from there, and he screams, and he's going to run, and he's going to try to get past you, Silk. That's going to be a tumble true. So this is going to be a 19 against your reflex DC, so your reflex plus 10.
My reflex plus 10 is 28.
Okay, that don't do it. With his last action, he says, "Floor!" as he tries to get true. This time, that's a 28, so he does get true. He pushes past you, and he surges out of the room.
Bitch.
And Silk, it is your turn. He's just fucking running. He's getting the fuck out of there. You can attack him if you want, but he is just going.
How much HP does it look like he's on?
He definitely seems like he's pretty badly wounded, but also you don't know that you would easily be able to take him out in one go.
But he fucked with me.
He did fuck with you. He fucked with everyone. And then you showed him who's boss.
I did show him who's boss. There is something very satisfying about making somebody run in fear with just the click of your fingers.
Welcome to Ariada's brain.
Speaking of, if I was playing Folio, I would not let him leave alive. But I think that Silk, he's just gonna take a sip of his wine. He's not gonna shoot after him.
Okay. And so, combat ends. As you hear Padley, the cult leader's screams echo through the caverns as he vanishes into the tunnels. And you guys are left in his very luxurious room. How are we doing?
Well, that was annoying.
Silk is looking for that bottle of wine.
Yep, there it is. You got it.
He takes it.
Well, how are you guys doing?
Let's get you guys patched up.
Yes,
probably
please.
a good idea. I forgot what being burnt felt like. I feel like my hair got singed.
Yeah. Silk fucking prestidigitations that. Anytime that either of their appearances gets like slightly dirty or scuffed, Silk is fussing over the both of them.
Silk when Fiore shows up in wrinkly clothes.
Literally.
He's like, I don't think so. Like, what? Woke up late, shit. But,
Not on my watch.
I think they can heal for a while, in here even.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy to heal. You guys take some time recovering. If you'd like, you can also check out what is kind of like in this room otherwise.
Yeah.
Would you all like to make me a perception check?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alric is also going to use an elixir of life. He asked Fury if he wants one too.
Fiore, do you want one?
I mean, you don't need to waste them on me if you don't want to, because he can heal himself pretty easily. Though you can if you want.
Alric says it is not a waste, and he puts it in Fiora's hand.
Okay. He takes one.
Okay. You guys spend some time healing. And Fiore, you notice something. There is a pouch full of gold. Very nice. It's 50 gold pieces.
Oh. Fiore picks the pouch up and he goes, well, it's an evil cult. I don't think that they'll miss 50 gold.
Certainly not.
Highly doubt it.
17 gold each, everyone.
How many?
17.
Sorry, you said 70, and I was like, huh?
70 gold each.
You deserve it.
Fiore's like, let me divide this evenly.
Thank you.
We've been finding more treasure, at least.
That's definitely a good bonus.
Yeah. Well, once they've healed, Fiore gets up and he cracks his back. And he's like, well, where should we go?
Oh,
Hang
also,
here.
I should have mentioned, you did find a key.
Okay.
You don't know
Oh.
what it does. You just found a key.
I wonder if it unlocks the locked door.
To the prison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You want to try it out?
Fiore will try it out to because I assume Silk doesn't want to risk opening doors or get his hands dirty here.
He's never opened a door in his life.
That's what I'm saying. I can't let him.
Well, Fiore, do you unlock that door to the prison cell?
Yeah, sure. Oh, it did.
Oh, wonderful.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait.
Oh my god.
Lying face down on the floor is a dead creature.
Oh.
It is one ugly motherfucker.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Imagine a toad were a person
That
and
looks so
12 feet
familiar.
tall.
12.
It is familiar, isn't it?
Yes.
You have seen one of these creatures before.
Is that a boggart?
It's not a boggart.
Pretty close.
Although it
though.
certainly looks like, imagine a boggart were fucking massive.
Yeah.
It is a giant, it's a giant frogman. This creature, you've seen one of them before. Back on the arena, there was a statue that turned into one of these.
Yeah, and then
The thing
immediately
that
fucking
went-
died.
The thing that immediately died after it said one dramatic note and then died. Well, you found another dead one. Hooray for you.
Yay.
That's
Why
unfortunate.
are so many of these things dead when we encounter them?
I don't know. It's what? What?
Yeah, so Fiore had closed the door and then the door opened again.
What?
And you noticed that. Do you want to make a perception check, actually?
Yeah.
Silk, you're like, oh, you must have reopened the door, Fiore. Oh, what's that inside? There's something lovely. Meanwhile, Fiore, you're like, what the hell? Why'd it open? Ulrich, you notice something has changed.
Mm-hmm.
The corpse's hand is no longer in the same position. It is, in fact, very close to the door.
Okay, usually I don't talk to what I assume a corpse is, but was that actually you, or was there something in the room?
I did not open that door.
I'm talking to the dead guy.
What?
Check its hand. It's not in the same position.
You were right, darling.
What the?
What do you do? What do you do, guys?
Does anyone have a stick?
Not that I'm gonna let you use to poke
You-
it.
You got a fossilized tuna, Ulrich.
What does that have to? What is it? What the?
Remember,
Yeah,
you got it from gambling with the Morlocks? You got a fossilized tuna.
Yeah, sure, fuck it. He throws it at the thing. He throws it at the fucking...
Okay, the thing goes,
Are you alive?
and then, fellas, dramatic reveal. It stands up.
Merely pretending.
Oh.
And this giant swampy creature surges forward and brings down a hand ready to crush Fiore's head like a walnut.
God damn it.
This episode of Dice to Roll would not have been possible without the support of our patrons. Windy 2002, Als, Millie, Rose, Cell Ravow, The Protease Inhibitor, Acid Dialogue, River Supports Artists, Thunderscar, Horror Fan, Dr. Caesar MD, A Potato, Derpy Gamer, Quinlan Boss, Princess Alavi, Emily is Gay, Meow Mai, Abyssal Chimera, Knight the Werewolf Teacher, actually a bot, a Sleepy Bear, Kyle Damon, Soul Grease Lobo, Phoebe Jeebies, Lux Rexus, Tony Saunders, Mita, Arave, Mott, Aries, Alexander Crizzle, Skyly, Blurstellian, Genuinely Tricked, Transgirl Trish, Wild Punyon, Matthew Wilson Krasnovich, Tillen Shark, Jonathan Love, G. Barbera, Luke, Gideon, Simon Strange, Seth, Rain, Lichalope, Gizmo, Cass, Fable McElduff, Ava, Ranty Bright, Lonesome Chunk, Steph, Sean C., Natasha Lumley, Reflux, Ellie, Jenna Mitchell, Kane Kendrick, Sky Evangeline, Triceratops, Anna Maria, Jordan, Emily Laderna, John the Bookhoarder, SS66 Seeker, and Dame Valor the Third. If you'd like to see what you can get for helping us keep rolling, check out patreon.com/DiceWillRoll today.
Hey there, Hugh from Moderation here. If you like today's show, then why not have a listen to Why We Roll, the dedicated TTRPG design podcast. It's hosted by Wythe and Chris, two professional TTRPG designers, and it's all about talking to the people that make our favourite games in the tabletop world and understanding what goes into that decision-making process. How you build something that's not just fun to play, but fun to experience. And we're not talking about how we roll, but learning why exactly we make those decisions. Check it out on our website at poderation.com.